Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, it's been a long holiday weekend. Over the weekend, the rains across southern Argentina were less than expected. The forecast is that possibly that southern area that's the driest may miss some rains this week. The problem is that the maps show a possible good rain event this weekend. So the market's trying to digest what the Argentina crop situation really is. Overnight beans are up about 18 to 20 cents, and we're back to prices that we were close to when the USDA put out their February crop report that was deemed bearish beans because they didn't lower the Argentine crop as much as the market had expected. In Brazil, the weather looks mostly favorable. Southern Brazil got some rains. Northern Brazil, where the harvest is going on, was mostly dry. 15% of the crop is now harvested. The problem is the fact that combined corn, beans, and meal lineup at the Brazilian ports is close to 11 million metric tons. That could cause some export delays, and we're going to have to watch pretty closely the Chinese and see, do they feel that Brazil can logistically export their big crop, or do they have to come to the United States to cover a few vessels here and there? Last week they were a net canceller of U.S. open sales. There was some rumors over the weekend that Europe was looking to buy some U.S. meal for March, and that supported meal price. Corn and wheat prices are slightly lower. There's not a lot of news in corn and wheat. Seems to be more of a follower. Domestic corn prices are very firm, but we don't have an export program to support the nearby futures market. In the wheat market, there is a chance this week that the southern plains could get some moisture that is needed to improve conditions there. We also heard that India might export some wheat. All those factors are offering some resistance to wheat and offsetting last week's rumors that Brazil might buy some U.S. wheat. China might be looking for world wheat, and the former Soviet Union may be out of wheat to export until their next harvest. Outside markets are kind of mixed. And I think that we'll be watching pretty closely at the end of the week when the USDA meets in Washington for their annual Outlook Conference. The perception is they're going to show higher acres here in the United States, normal yields, and higher carryouts, which should be negative. Our next hurdle will be the sequester and see if there are across-the-board cuts that could include agriculture, that include maybe laying off some of the meat and grain inspectors and maybe delaying reports coming out of Washington. Our next big report is March 28th, when the USDA gives us March 1 stocks here in the United States and the March intentions for plantings by U.S. farmers. So we've got a lot to chew on between now and then. The perception is the markets might leak a little bit lower into this February Outlook Conference, and then maybe try to firm a little bit into the end of March USDA report. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.